Imagine you're sitting in a room, surrounded by people. They're all listening to you, hanging on every word. But here's the kicker, you've only got 59 seconds to grab their attention. That's right. In less than a minute, you could either lose them or change their entire perspective. Shocking, right? Studies show that humans decide whether they're interested in something within the first 7 seconds of hearing it. That's less time than it takes to blink. So, what if you could master the art of storytelling and make those seconds count? What if you could make a lasting impact in under a minute? In this video, we're diving into the secrets of storytelling that can turn you into a pro, even if you've never told a story before. You'll learn how to grab attention, make people feel something deep, and keep them wanting more, all in just 59 seconds. Ready to change the way you tell stories? Stick around and I'll show you how. Chapter 1: The Power of a Single Moment. Great stories don't always need to be long. Sometimes, it's all about one moment. In 59 seconds, you can capture an instant that has the power to pull people in. This moment doesn't have to be grand, it just needs to resonate. Whether it's the pause before an important decision or the feeling just before the climax, moments like these grab attention. For example, think about how the opening scene in Saving Private Ryan grabs you. In just a few seconds, you feel the weight of war, and you're hooked. According to a study by the University of California, our brains are designed to lock onto emotional moments, triggering a deeper level of connection and engagement. Make your moment memorable, and the rest of your story will follow. Chapter 2: The 5-second hook. Reeling them in. When you start telling a story, you've got about 5 seconds to grab your audience. That's it. If you don't hook them quickly, they might lose interest. A great hook is like a fishing line, it pulls them in and gets them curious. Research by the Nielsen-Norman Group found that people make snap decisions about whether or not to continue reading based on the first few seconds. A good hook doesn't need to be flashy, but it must be intriguing. Ask a compelling question, offer an unexpected fact, or create a mystery. For example, did you know that humans are more likely to believe a story if it's told in the first person? Now, you're engaged, right? Chapter 3: Silence. The unsung hero of storytelling. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in storytelling. It's the space between words that allows your message to sink in. A dramatic pause before delivering a key point can leave your audience hanging on every word. A recent study by the University of Cambridge found that pauses in conversation increase the listener's focus by up to 60%. Think about how you feel when a story suddenly stops, and you're left waiting for the next line. The silence intensifies the meaning. In your own storytelling, try adding a few seconds of quiet to your narrative. Let it build suspense. Let it make your audience feel the emotion of the moment. If you're finding this helpful, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, so you don't miss the rest of these game-changing tips. Chapter 4: Emotional Echoes. Crafting resonance. The best stories don't just end. They echo. They leave a lasting emotional imprint. It's these echoes that turn a story into something unforgettable. People often forget the specifics of a story, but they remember how it made them feel. In fact, studies show that 70% of what we remember from a story is emotional, not factual. When telling your story, think about the emotional punch. How can you make your audience feel? Create characters with depth, and give them struggles that connect with your audience's own experiences. Use metaphors, symbolism, or a simple gesture that resonates with everyone, even if they don't consciously realize it. Emotional echoes make your story linger long after it's over. Chapter 5: The Micro Character. Tiny details, big impact. Sometimes, it's not about what a character does, it's about who they are in the smallest ways. The tiny details often define the most memorable characters. In The Great Gatsby, it's not just Gatsby's wealth but his obsession with the green light. That small, symbolic detail tells you everything about his longing and his inability to grasp what's just out of reach. Psychologists say that people form connections based on tiny details. It's why when you meet someone and they tell you one quirky thing about themselves, it sticks with you. Apply that to your storytelling. Instead of describing a character's entire backstory, pick one unique characteristic. Maybe they twirl a pen when they're nervous, or they can't look you in the eye when they're lying. These little details stick. Chapter 6. The twist in the tale. Ending with impact. A story is only as powerful as its ending. The best stories don't just wrap up, they surprise, they challenge, or they leave you thinking. The twist is what makes your audience say, "Wait, what?" And it's the thing they'll remember. In The Sixth Sense, the twist at the end changed everything you thought you knew about the story. That's the power of an unexpected ending. In fact, according to a study by the University of California, audiences are most likely to remember stories with a strong twist or conclusion. When telling your story, think about how to flip expectations in the last moments. Make the ending something that forces your audience to reevaluate everything they just heard. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips and tricks on how to become a master storyteller. You'll want to catch every single one of these valuable insights. Conclusion: becoming a great storyteller isn't about telling the longest or most complicated tales. It's about making each second count. From grabbing attention in the first few seconds to crafting emotional depth in silence, your storytelling can leave a lasting impact in just 59 seconds. Focus on that powerful moment, hook them early, pause when necessary, and deliver an ending they'll never forget. These strategies will change the way you connect with your audience, one story at a time.